So today we're going to talk about what is your why. We're going to keep it simple. What is your inspiration? What is your motivation? What is it that gives you that kick to get up and go? And what is it that gets you out of bed in the morning? Yeah, we've got our alarms, we've got work, we've got bills to pay, we've got kids to feed, we've got a lifestyle to live, we need to put petrol in the car. Yeah, that's not the type of why I'm talking about. These are things and necessities, these are things that we potentially have to do. We're talking beyond that. What is it that gives you that inspiration, that motivation to step out your comfort zone and do things that you necessarily don't have to do? So whether that's starting a small business, whether that's starting a fitness goal, whether that's just spending more time doing a hobby, what is that burning desire you have inside? So I'm going to give you a little peek into my life and show you what my why is. It's my day off today. I work full time. I run and manage a small business. I'm a parent, so I've always got quite a lot going on, especially towards managing the business because I can dedicate that day. However, I'm going to push all this aside today because today's a very special day. It's my son, so it's his birthday today. So you may be able to notice that banner in the background. You're probably thinking what that is. So he's 12-year-old, not 21. He's 12-year-old, and balloons need rearranging. He's got a few gifts down there. Oh, hello mate. This guy's flat out there on his pink blanket because he's a little girl. Look at that. He's not even moved. He's the reason that I try and step on my comfort zone and create something. I want him to certainly have a better start to life than I did. I'm sure you can all agree and relate to this, is that we always want our next generation to be better off than we were. I mean, why wouldn't you? Whether that you've come from poverty, whatever your background is, you don't want your next generation to experience those same hardships. That's my why. We're going to crack on with the day. I'll take you along with me. We need to get a cake. We need to get him some trainers because he had trainers on the list and I haven't managed to get any just yet. So I'm leaving at last minute. He's at school, fortunately. And we'll see what else we'll get up to. So if you're not sure what your purpose is or you're struggling to find your why, there's things you can put in place to discover this. I think a tool we can use that we don't take advantage of is reflection. I mean, we use it in certain scenarios, so we'll use it when something's gone wrong potentially, or we've been in an argument or some sort of conflict. We do also use it in situations, I don't know, whether like job interviews or even positive things where, I don't know, you've been out for the day, you've had a lovely day at the beach and then you had some nice food. You look back and reflect, that type of thing. But the type of reflection I'm talking about is thinking about situations where you felt totally energized, you felt motivated, you've never been so focused, the situation was very rewarding, whatever it is you accomplished. That's the type of reflection we need to do. So we need to think about what the situation was, who I was with, what I was doing, never been so present, time just disappeared, I wasn't clock watching. When you do certain things, you think, oh my God, it's only 2 o'clock, where before it's 9 o'clock at night and you think, wow, what just happened there? So this will give you a really good indication of what truly matters to you, and what truly matters to you will potentially reveal your why. Right, so I'm back in the car. I've had to put a coat on, it's freezing. I don't know what's going on. It's been really nice and then today's just freezing cold. But got my son some trainers, got him some Nike ones, so they look all right. I was looking at the women's section at first, so I might have took some footage and I was like, geez, these are expensive for bloody kids' shoes, but I think it was just women's, so that's what I got on me. Likes the kids like the air bubbles, man. These are a pair of Nike Air Max. So need to get a cake now. So next stop is to get a cake from somewhere, even at last minute. He's a bit older now, so we don't make all those like homemade cake type things when he was younger. And you just get like the Avenger ones and all that crap. But yeah, so we're going to get him a cake. We'll continue talking about finding your why. So we've talked about reflection. So the information you gathered there, you probably got a fair few ideas about what your why is, or what your passion is, what your purpose is. So that information, now you can start to look forward. Ask yourself like, what type of difference do you want to make? Because your why can come from impact as well. What mark do I want to leave? what it is I want to change or want to help others. You know, you might have found from your reflection that your passion is children. You might want to help children, so that's kind of your why, that's your purpose. It might be animals, you know, you've got a lot of dog lovers, cat lovers, whatever it may be. These don't have to be things that you want to monetize. You know, it can be something that you're just curious about, something that you love or you have a passion about, something that you're naturally drawn to. Yeah, so your why can also be attached to emotion. So think about what deeply affects your emotions, you know, whether that's something that really makes you happy, something that makes you angry, or something in between. And that's a really good indication of what drives your passion, you know, what gets you going, whether it's something that makes you angry and you want to change, or whether that's something that makes you happy and you want to share and implement and help others with. So think about emotions. Emotions, you know, we're human beings. Emotions is what drives us all, but really tune into those. What makes you the happiest? What makes you the angriest? And is there something we can implement and do something about it? For example, helping people. That's what makes me happy. So that's why I'm trying to release these videos. And I'm just trying to discover different ways to do it. One of them is now through the YouTube platform. So that's something that is another part of my why, you know, being a parent, but also helping people. That's through, I can help with any hints and tips that I've got from parenthood. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the greatest father, but I've got experience. And I can also help with hints and tips from my business, from working, from self-development. You know, there's a lot of things that we can implement. There's a lot of things that we can help each other with, and that could be the driving force. That could also be your why. We can try all these things, you know, we can reflect and we can look forward. However, it's not guaranteed. You know, this is not guaranteed to find your why. You know, sometimes you just got to try things. You're going to keep trying things, try new things, step out your comfort zone and see what clicks. You know, your why might not be discovered yet. You might not have discovered yet, you know, whether you're a teenager, a young adult, coming to retirement age. You know, people find the whys when they finish work. You know, they finish work, they've retired and they've discovered the why. It might be volunteering. They might have that passion regarding some sort of charities, that type of thing. The driving force is to educate. You get to a certain age, you become more wise and you've got more knowledge. Their why might be to share that knowledge and help other people prosper going forward. So you're not guaranteed to discover your why from reflecting. You might just have to step out your comfort zone, try new things, and at some point something will click. But each time that you try something, if you don't find your why, it's not a failure. It's just something else that you've tried, something that you've learned, and that wasn't the right path. And we move on to the next one. Right, so I'm at Asda, just going to grab a cake. I keep catching myself in this screen because I can see the screen. And this here, by the way, my coat's not dirty, it's beard oil. So this is the issue when you've got a beard and you wear oils to keep your skin nice and soft and keep looking youthful like this. It rubs off. So when I'm moving around or I've got it zipped up, it rubs off on there. So I've just noticed it now. Not dirt, by the way, just beard oil. So I'm going to grab the cake, I'll take you along with me, and then it's nearly time to pick him up from school. So it's really emotional birthdays. Obviously, the main emotion is happiness. Obviously, celebrating a birthday is a happy situation. It's fantastic. It's also, for me, it does have some slight sadness, and I'll explain why. It's because of like time, you know, it's just another reminder that time is, you know, so fragile. He's getting older now, he's less independent on me. The more he gets older, the more he's hanging with his mates, and I'm losing my buddy. But yeah, it's amazing to see him grow into a young man. Yeah, it does have mixed emotions. You know, every year he's getting older, obviously I am too. And yeah, you just gotta embrace every moment, the bad and the good, you know, because he can be, you know, a bit testing sometimes, shall we say. But yeah, so let's get the cake anyway, and I'll catch you in a bit. I'm back. Didn't get a cake, unfortunately, because one of my nephews, so Leo's cousin, has a nut allergy, so I wanted a nut-free cake, but the only nut-free ones I had were really like proper kids cakes, like the Disney princesses and bloody Paw Patrol and all that crap. So I'm going to try Morrison's quickly and see if we can get one from there. Otherwise, there's an Xbox controller one, which you got last year, I think, so I might have to go back and get that. So right then, so we're back home. What a rush that was. So got a cake. Not this one. That's for my mum because she's very, very fussy. So she likes her own Victoria sponge cake, or she loves that type of cake. So that's her, so she doesn't moan. You got to keep everyone happy, you know. Just got this one, so just a plain cake. But the benefit of that, there's no nuts in it. So it's a nut-free cake. You know, it's chocolate. What more could you ask for? And I got some chicken while I was there. So I got some chicken that I've just started to be eating as well because I've been rushing around. And guess who's hanging around me? Because he's... Look at... Yeah. Yeah. What are you after, you? That'll smell nice. Obviously, I'm going to share that with my Milo. We'll have some dinner before I go and pick Leo up. Probably a bit all over the place. I didn't really have much structure for the video today. With it being my son's birthday, I just wanted to speak about why I do things, you know, why I try and step out the comfort zone. And when I'm at home or when I'm not at work, I spend the time dedicated to growing, you know, starting this YouTube channel, my small business. And it's all for this reason here, for my little boy, to hopefully, you know, give him encouragement, because it's not always what you teach kids, it's what they see. So he see me doing these things on the evening, trying to set a good example, you know, working hard, etc. Hopefully that'll help instill the right values for him as well. So if you haven't already found it, you know, I do hope you find your why. I wish you nothing but happiness. If there's anything I can do for you, you know, let me know. Here's Milo coming to get his chicken. They're going to say bye, Milo, because we're going to leave it here now. So I'll leave it at that. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of the celebrations when I pick my son up. And yeah, we'll see you at the next one.
Happy birthday.